Hello, welcome to my channel, Delightful Creations. I'm Amber, and today here on my channel is Friday, so we're going to be doing our Focus Friday, and we're going to study the Word of God, and then we're going to do a fun crafty project after that in my treasure journal. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Today I'm going to be looking at Psalms, and we're going to Psalms 101, and I'm going to read verses 1 through 3. And it says, Psalms 101, David prays to live with integrity. This is a psalm of David. I will sing of mercy and judgment unto thee, O Lord, will I sing. I will behave myself wisely in a perfect way. O when wilt thou come unto me? I will walk within my house with a perfect heart. I will set no evil thing before mine eyes. I hate the work of them that turn aside. It shall not cleave to me. And that's what I was called to read today. And I think spending time with God and allowing Him to speak to us and clean us and clear us of our wrongdoings. And yes, we're not ever going to be perfect, but being seen perfect in God's eyes and coming before Him and asking for that is wonderful. And to walk in our house, in our home, just perfect. Like this table is set beautifully, perfect in its own unique way. I love it. And so I wanted to work on this Mulberry page here, and I've been inspired by Pam at the Paper Outpost. A couple of months ago, she did a video on how to use up a busy page, and I know we've all got tons of book pages, and I thought that would be great. Our base is going to be a book page here on this Mulberry paper, which is really fun to play with, but it's kind of hard to come up with ways to actually use this. So I'm going to set this aside for now. I'm just going to grab a book page here. I'm going to pull one out of here. And again, it doesn't really matter. I want one that doesn't have any photos or any pictures on it, because you're going to cover it up. You're not really going to see a lot of it. There we are. And so, yeah, I hope you guys had a good week. I have been enjoying the sun. However, right now it is raining. Getting a little bit of rain today, which is quite nice. And I'm just going to do a quick test fit here. Yeah, I'm going to rip off this edge where there's not anything going on. And since this edge is already ripped, I'll leave that alone. And then I'll just take a little bit off the top. And you don't need a tear ruler to do this. You can do this with any type of ruler. If you don't like ripped edges, you don't have to use that either. You can just make it however you like. Okay, just making sure it fits. It does. Now I want to do some stenciling on here. That's what Pam did. First she inked her edges, so I think I'll wait to ink mine. I think I might want to ink mine with green maybe. I'm not sure. So I wanted to do some of this leafy pattern around the edge, because you're not going to see any of the text really. You're just going to see the outside edge, because then we're going to come in on top of our book page and we're going to add a section of 2 index cards to here. So you're only going to see just the littlest bit. So I don't want to fuss around too much, but I thought it would be fun to have. I had the green on the red just in case I wanted to do the roses, but I think I'm just going to do the leaves actually. So I don't have, didn't really have an idea, but now I do. I think I'm going to try this one here. This is called Sweet Leaf. These are from Candy. The lovely Candy has gifted these to me, so I thought that would be a fun thing to go ahead and just do a little bit of fun stenciling here and there. And along the way, because this is what you're really going to see on here, is the little bits here and there. And then I think I'll just come on down here. And I'm doing it really faintly at first here, just because I want to maybe add a little more of the other green. Have a couple of different greens going on. And just enjoy the process. I'm just trying to enjoy the process today. Now, I don't expect this page to come out perfect, right? But just being wonderful just the way it is. And that's what I want to remember today, is that God loves us just the way we are. He accepts us fully and wholeheartedly, and we are perfect in His sight. And it's just what my heart needed to hear today. So if we listen long enough, if we're still long enough, God will reveal to us what He wants us to hear from Him in those quiet moments. And so I'm thankful for that. thankful for that today. Now I have been doing my gratitude, I like the darker green, log in my journal, and the page where I did the, I'll show you, where I did the gold frame. The gold has been coming off onto the other page of it was wallpaper, so I'm not sure if that's something that's going to stay there or not. I might have to end up taking that wallpaper, the frame flip up out, but I'll show you what I'm talking about here when we're done with this. Okay, I think that looks good. Now, everything that's in me wants to ink this edge in brown, but maybe, let me pull this back out. Let's look at our colors again. Oops, daisy. Right here, that's what it's going to look like. And so you can see you've got some really bright pinks going on. So maybe we should do the edge in pink just for some contrast, because green and purple look really nice together. But I want to tie in these pinks, and then there's also going to be this bright hot pink line on these as well. So let's try this one. This one's called Smoothie. I don't know how pink this is. Ooh, some of these are really hard to open. Okay. I don't know how pink this is, so maybe we should find that out first. And I'm going to take it, the scrap page here. See, that's more reddish pink. Okay, I like it. We're going to go with that. I'll just go around this edge. Might be a little bit more red than I wanted, but that's okay. Color of the year's got to be seen throughout the journal. And the Treasure Junk Journal is filling up really nicely. It's about to the point where I'm basically done adding to it, because it's becoming way too big for me, way too alligator mouthy for myself. I don't like it being that big. I'm going to cut the edge of this off here just a little bit, and I'm going to do both of them at the same time. Let's try 4.5. Let's see if we like that. Perfect. Nice size there. And I'm going to round the corners of these just to give it a little bit different look. And I'm thinking I want to ink these as well before I glue them down. And you can add a nice little bit of journaling to your book page, which I think is a great idea. And then I'm not adding any bulk to the page itself. Yeah, let's go ahead and ink these. I should maybe have enough on here. Nope. But you could turn it into a pocket if you wanted, like a side tuck or a big pocket here or there, and keep adding more things to your book page as a base. You could also turn these into pages, pockets. So that's always fun to add. We're always looking for new ways to do pages, right, for our journals and such, but I'm keeping mine flat because, like I said, it's really big. It's really alligator-y mouth, and I'm not a fan of that. There we go. Look how pretty that looks. Oh, I like it. I like it. So cute, so sweet, and simple. I'm looking for fast, quick, simple today. Yes, I hope you had a good week and things are going well for you. And I've now finished the Prayer of Jabez, so moving on to the Woman's Prayer of Jabez. I've misplaced the book. I've set it down, and I've got so many places where I could have set it down at. I gotta go find it. So that's exciting. I'm looking forward to reading that. And let's go ahead and glue these down. I'm going to glue mine all the way down on my book page here. I still have yet to clean out my fine tip applicator, so that's something I need to do. And pull that down. And using a gardening book page, I don't have to be careful as to what is being shown through on my page. I don't have to worry about there being any inappropriate words or words maybe I don't want to see. And if there are, you can always cover them up with a sticker or some washi tape. So that's pretty fun. Mine are not on there perfectly. And see, now I got this nice edge here and at the top, and I don't really have any. Maybe you should glue those down and then do your stencil. It's kind of fun to see what you get though at the end, you know? So I'm just going to add a little bit more of the leafage on the side here. And for fun, I think I'm going to add a little bit in the middle. I don't know if Pam did that on hers or not, but I think it'd be fun to have a little bit of the separation there in the middle. There, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Now for the big moment, we're going to add it to our journal page. And just like that, full journal page is done. Isn't that pretty? Okay, I'm not going to add mine as a pocket. Like I said, I'm just going to glue it down on the full page itself. I want to clear my mind of all the evil today and negative thoughts and think positive, perfect, pleasing thoughts that are unto God today. That's what I'm projecting out there. Things that He would want me to think about. So my heart and mind and soul can be satisfied and think of things that bring Him joy and honor. And now this is going to be wet a little bit on this side. I tried not to add too much glue, but you can still see where the glue is. Once it dries, it might not be that prominent, but even if it is, it just adds more texture and fun things to the other side of this book page, or mulberry paper, and you can see the wording through here, so that's kind of cool too. Just adds another layer for you to build upon later on. So that's exciting. I love it. I love all the different fun elements that this journal has. I mean, but for me, it's just so big. Like, I don't like that I can't. It's too fat. She's got too much in her, so it's probably time to stop playing in her. I'm sad. But maybe we'll do throughout the month of June, so a few more, because I do have a couple other pages that I wanted to do with you, and that was one of them. How to use mulberry paper in your journals, and I think that just turned out really cute. I want to have like a little cluster or something here to balance out. There's something up here, and I want to have something down here. So let's grab us something. I would really like to use this because it's leftover, but it's really chunky. So I'm going for flat, I'm going to grab this little bowl here, bowl of stuff that I have just sitting on my desk, and I'm sure there's something in here that we could use. Could use the word plant, but all of these are pretty bulky. I think we're going to use this label. Yeah, we'll use this label, this little bit of lace, and I don't really want any more book page behind there. Maybe a little bit of this fabric. Okay. I'm just going to build up a little cluster. Ooh, and this coffee dyed paper maybe will look nice. And I'm trying to keep it neutral, if you can tell here. I think I'm going to put it, no, I don't like that coffee dyed paper there. And this has green and pink in it, which is really cute. Maybe I want it at the top. Maybe I'm changing my mind. I quite like my labels to be at the top, because then I just can write whatever it is that I want to say on there. And then I think I'll put a little bit of lace maybe behind it. Okay, let's go with that. I tend to like things at the top versus the bottom. Let me go and add this on there first. And yeah, maybe. Oh, did it plug up on me? It's already not liking me, huh? There we go. Okay. Just never know what's going to happen when you come to sit down at the craft room. At least I don't. I don't have any idea. A little bit of a plan. Not much of one. Do I want to ink this? I think so. Really quickly with the leftover ink that's on there. A little bit of green. A little bit of green showing through. Okay. There we go. And there is no Junk Journal July hosted by Meg this month, so I was kind of bummed out about it. But there are a couple of other Junk Journal July type of things going on. One of them is a Faith Junk Journal July. I did peek into it, but I'm too busy with the boys being home and all the things that we've got going on right now that I can't journal every day. But the Faith Junk Journal one is only Monday through Friday, so I was enticed by that. Okay, where'd that little bit of lace go? I've lost it. Ah, oh, there it is. It just looks like it belonged on the page there. Okay. It's always fun to have a little bit of lace. A little bit goes a long way sometimes, doesn't it? going to try to lift that up a little bit and tuck it underneath there. Perfect. Oops, sorry, you can't see that. Just like adding a little bit more dimension to my pages and make them feel special and unique and beautiful, and using all the pieces, and they all get a home. It just makes my heart happy when I get to use my scraps, and I hope it does for you as well. So there we go. Page done. Thank you for spending time with me today. I hope you enjoyed this quick little page layout, and I will link Pam's video down below for the original of her idea. Thank you, and we'll see you really soon, guys, in next week's video. Bye-bye for now. God bless you.